What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. So today we're going to do two things. First, we're going to go to the bins and the regular Goodwill and do a little quick thrift run. And then when I get back, besides showing you hopefully what I get today and get some good things, I'm also going to show you, last week I got a free haul from a source that I've had for years, and I put it on my Instagram, and I always talk about once in a while that I end up with getting like 75 pieces, good brands. They always come through with some really solid stuff. So I want to go through that with you and show you some brands that are really selling. I have about half to 3/4 of it listed, but it is all photographed and put away. And the things I'm listing are all selling in days. So hopefully you're going to learn some good brands to look for. So let's get started, and thanks for stopping by. Alright, just pulled up to the bins. It's 1:15. There's like 5 cars here, looks like. I see about 3 or 4 people waiting, and there's like 1 or 2 people sitting out already. So the line usually forms about 10 of. So I'm going to get out there, get in, quick pass through, and get out. Alright, I'm out of there before the line because we only have 1 hour to stay in there. Then everybody has to leave, then you could get back in line. So I made a quick pass. I got some decent stuff. Spent $6.69 altogether. Got a pair of shoes, some clothes, and a Pyrex. So we're gonna let's go by the regular Goodwill. Okay, so as always, when I go into Goodwill, the first thing I do is go right over to where the door to the storage room is. And that's where they leave the carts and the few clothing racks. There's only 2 sitting there now. I'm just giving a quick look, basically looking for Lululemon. And if I see any workout stuff, I'll look and make sure they are. There was nothing there. Go over to the carts that are sitting there waiting for the ladies to bring them around. And took a quick look. And to my surprise today, there was really nothing. There was a couple of pairs of sneakers. There's a pair of Adidas, but they weren't that great. And there was another pair of New Balance. But again, they weren't that great, so I passed. So when I leave there, I go straight across opposite side of the store to where all the shoe shelving is, and I check that area. So I gave a quick look. There's like 5 standing racks, double-sided, and I found nothing. In my Goodwill, that is the only toy, that first rack right there. And then the giant wall of plush, which I don't really mess with. Then the very last one is the children's shoes. So I always give a stop there because some children's shoes can sell for decent money. Again, didn't find anything. So then right down the other end of the wall is the bag section. Of course, you know what I'm looking for in there. Looking for the Tumi. So I just look at all the zippers because Tumi's zippers can stand out and easily be spotted. So there was nothing. I was actually in this store yesterday morning and I found the R Riveter bag, which is a good brand that I've sold before. So I didn't really see anything new that they put out today. Go over to that little bin on the floor right there. That's where they keep all the hats. And since I was here yesterday, I was able to tell without going through it that there was nothing new. And these last 2 racks right here are basically the hard goods for this store. Never really find nothing in there. Went down the wall, checked a little cooking section, you could say. No electronics today at all, very small. And then I'll go over here. They have 2 rows of glassware and mugs. So I give a little look at all the coffee mugs. Basically looking for the Starbucks You Are Here's. Those are typically your biggest money makers. Didn't see anything. So now I just take a look at the ceramics if I see any Pyrex. And again, there was nothing. So I literally was striking out today, found nothing. So at that point, I was like, okay, I'm out of here. No big deal. So now watch this. As I'm flying, now this is normal speed. My chair just goes very fast. This isn't sped up video. So I'm out of here at this point, going to the front door. And between the aisle of the last row of shirts, watch this. Something catches my eye. Watch how fast I'm going. Going. Boom. Hit the brakes. Back up. Look at that red sleeve sticking out. Caught my eye. Sure enough, it's a Rain Spooner collab with the NFL. It's actually an NFL Pro Bowl shirt. Rain Spooner is a Hawaiian shirt brand. And of course, right next to it, boom, a Robert Graham short sleeve. Now, I was a little hesitant. I know the long sleeves do better. And since they're priced not so great, but I decided to pick them up. So I hang them. I'll give them the once over. Check, make sure all the buttons are there. Check the armpits for any holes, staining. You know, just give it a once overall. You always want to do that before you leave the store. So this one looked good. And of course, I did the same thing for the Robert Graham. And that one also looked good. Did you see that? Now that's talent. I'm just kidding. But I did see that on the fly. That was all at real speed. I didn't speed it up. My chair goes pretty quick. And flying by, I saw that Rain Spooner. I've sold one in the past. It was a baseball one for like 50 or 60 bucks. So that was an NFL one. Caught my eye in passing. That's how it goes when you do it this often enough. You get that eye. So we're gonna head home, and first I'm gonna show you what my wife brought home from that source of ours, all the free stuff. And I ended up keeping 75 pieces. I put it on my Instagram like last week. So that's why I didn't go sourcing. I photographed it. It took like 3 days to get through everything. And a lot of it is already selling in the first week. I probably sold like 15 things in the first week. So I'm going to show you those, give you some good brands to look out for. Alright, so we're back home. Nice quick 2-store run, bins and a regular Goodwill. So right now I'm going to show you a clip of when my wife came home with the free stuff from my source. Then we went through it all. Ended up with like about 75 to 80 pieces. So I'm going to show you some cool brands. They're like swim trunks, hybrid shorts, some t-shirts as well. And I'm going to show you what sold out of that bunch. And if you ever see them, you're going to want to look for them, because if you could pick them up for, you know, a buck or two, you can make some decent money on them. What are you doing?
That has been sitting in my garage.
Did you get stuff in the car?
Yes, too much so. I'll get it when I come back. I mean, full bags.
Pop your junk, let me look. Just pop it. You can go and do what you gotta get.
Well, I got to pull it because I had it. I don't know where. Well, I guess not. It's a nice amount. But she said, you know, Steven can use a lot.
So here's what I kept out of all the clothing my wife brought home. And we had like 2 huge bags that we're donating and then giving some to someone we know. But this is all keepers for resale. There's like 75 pieces approximately. So I have a lot of photography to do. Pile, I think there's like 25 shirts. I got some Nike dry fits that I'll bundle. A few random different style shirts, some sports stuff. A Billabong shirt. There's a Lululemon shirt. And then there's 6 Vineyard Vines. I have 24 swim trunk bathing suits. There's like 10 Billabong. There's a bunch of these Hurley Phantoms. This pile, just a few sweatpants, Champion sweatpants, a couple of like hiking pants, Marmot. There's about 10 hats here. And at a rough estimate, I'm coming in at probably a little over maybe $600 in gross sales. So first let's start out with some shorts. The brand is called Hurley, and this is the Phantom line. Okay, this is a really good short. As you see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 7 pairs here. These shorts are called hybrid shorts. Okay, now these are really good shorts. And these all are the same. So I can make nice lots. They're all the same size. So I could probably do like a black and a gray. And then I could do like a black and another gray lot. Because then I got one listing and I could do quantity of two. A lot and a lot. Then I could do like a beige and a dark gray and then like maybe one single. Something like that. But let's take a look at the comps. I'm going to show you what they're selling for. And let's also take a look at the sell-through rates. All right, so let's see. We have, go click off pre-owned so we get the most accurate we can. We have 36 active listings for the pre-owned in the shorts. It looks like the prices are in the $20 range to mid to high 20s. So now let's click off the solds and see how many are sold. So we have 36 active and the solds are 88. So very good sell-through rate. Now let's see what the prices are if they're selling at. For one pair, we're looking at some in the teens, some in the 20s. So you got to figure about an average of $20. Take a look at another good brand in this type of clothing, Billabong, and the style is submersibles. Here's the logo on the back. Billabong submersibles. Basically, it's the same thing. It's a hybrid short. It can be worn just as like a khaki short. Does not have a liner like a bathing suit, but as it says submersible, these are quick drying shorts, so they can be worn as bathing suits as well. So let's take a look. As you see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 in black, 1 in gray, 1 in brown, and 1 in like a kind of like a khaki color. So again, 7 shorts of this. Now let's see what the comps on these are going for. Let's do the same thing for these. We'll see we got 29 active. It looks like prices are around, let's say about the $20 range with 29 active listings. So let's now go down and click off the solds and we'll see compared to 2. We have 136 sold. So another very good sell-through rate. And prices seem to be about in the teens to maybe $20 range. So they were selling, these are a little less on average. I would say about maybe $18, $16 per pair. Of course, there was some in the 20s, but we saw that one lot of 2 sold for $26. So if I did that and went, $24, $25 a set, that's 1, 2, 3, and then a single. So that's $25, $50, that's $75, $85, that's like $90 in sales from the Billabong submersibles. So another great brand of men's hybrid swim/short, Vissla. All right, let's take a look, see what the Visslas are going for. Again, it's in the kind of similar price range. We got some in the 20s, high 20s, and some all the way down in the teens. So you got to figure, you could go low in your upper teens, $17, $18, $19. Great brand. I got 6 shirts. Vineyard Vines. This one has a whale pocket tee. A couple of these are long sleeve. And a lot of them, they usually have some sort of rear back graphic. And a lot of them will have just the wording with the pink whale. So let's take a look at what these kind of shirts comp for. You see 820 active listings for pre-owned t-shirts. Now it's a combination of short and long sleeve. And again, prices are in the mid-teens on average. But if you toggle solds, 1,300 plus. So another great sell-through rate. And again, prices are in the teens to $20 range. So you want to pick these up cheap. Nike Dry Fits. These are the same with the swoosh on the chest. White and gray, size large. These are Nike Pro Dry Fit. Both size medium, both gray. Identical shirts. So I'll do a lot. And I got extra large and white with the bigger swoosh on the chest. So these are the perfect things to do bundles. If these 4 were the same size and maybe like slightly different colors, even if they were the same, I'd probably put all 4 together and do 4 for like, $30 or something. Okay, here are 2 screenshots of both lots that I sold. I haven't listed this single one yet, but the other two sold right away. All right, so as you see, even if I'm making, I went below the market a little bit just to sell them off quicker than they are. So if they're going for like, low 20s and I'm listing them for like 18, I'm doing two for like 25 or whatever it is. That's even like 12, 13 bucks a pair. I got them free and they're moving quick and I'm making some money. But now let's check out what I picked up this morning at the Goodwill bins and the regular Goodwill. I'll start with the clothing. These are all from the bins. This is a Lamb of God. It says Pure American Metal. And it's got all the tour. And as you see, 2005. I grabbed this. This is something typically I would not pick up. And the reason I did, one, it was at the bins. So it makes it very cheap. Two, it was new with tags. And even though the brand is Perry Ellis, it's an okay brand, but to sell, typically I would not do it like I said. But at the bins, new with tag, and with Q4 coming up, Christmas time, things that are new with tag are going to sell pretty good. Normally, this Perry Ellis, I wouldn't tell you to pick up. I grabbed this. This is very lightweight and thin. Pelagic. It's a great outdoor fishing brand, and it's just a women's tank top. Size large. Still has the tag. Pelagic. Original price 28 bucks. I've sold Pelagic t-shirts before. Good stuff. And maybe be $10 shirt. Next item from the bins is this champagne bottle jacket. Koozie, I guess you could say. Veux-vous cliquer? How's that sound? The light's going to be reflective. And then, pretty nice. Got a little leather strap. Has printing on the leather here. And again, this is nothing. Probably cost a few cents. It's so light. Found these Brooks men's Ghost 10. Very nice, very clean. And what's that, tape? Decent shape. Got a little wear in the center, but the heels are very good. Alright, and the last item I got at the bins is this Pyrex. It's 532 is the number on it. And this is a 32 ounce D handle. That's what this is called. Because if you look at the handle, it's connected. I know I've talked about this in the past. It's connected at the bottom down here. Some will have a hanger handle where it goes up and down, and it's not connected. So the numbers, there's a 508, it's an 8 ounce. There's a 516, that's 16 ounce. So the last two digits, and then this is the 532, which is a quart 32 ounce. This will probably sell for in the low 20s. So you don't want the hanger handle. And when you buy these, obviously you want to check for cracks and everything, but especially this little port spout, because these seem to break off and you'll find them chipped. So this didn't go by weight, so everything else went by weight. It was 3 pounds, and this they charged separately because I asked, you want me to put it in the bag? She said, no, that's separate, and that'll just be $1. So, the bigger hard goods, I guess you could say, if things are small, I just throw them in the bag and it goes by weight. But things like this, they kind of give you a price, which I don't know why they do that. Other Goodwills just go by weight no matter what you grab. Either way, this was $1. I never sold this 532, the 32 ounce. I've sold a bunch of the 8s and the 16s. But okay, then at the regular Goodwill, literally as I was leaving, I'm pretty sure you saw it all. I was just flying out and boom. The other shirt that I got caught my eye, and this one was sitting right next to it. This is just an orange and white checker pattern, and this is Robert Graham. Okay, it's always going to be stitched in there like that. Robert Graham X. This is just a short sleeve, size medium, tough size, but this is still a popular brand. They got always a good pattern under the collar. The long sleeve shirts will have it on the cuff. This one just has a little blue and white stripe there. Button line has a pattern, and then they always have this patch at the bottom. Knowledge, wisdom, truth. So this was $7. That's why I don't like buying clothing at Goodwill. $7. I would never buy it's got to be a good shirt. So this one I know will, even at $7, this will sell for in the 20s, high 20s. I could probably make 15 bucks or so on it. All right, and here's the shirt I snagged up. A Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt. Rain Spooner is a great brand to do a lot of collabs. This one is NFL Pro Bowl. There's a little emblem that's all over it with the palm trees. Here is their tag. Rain Spooner. It says Rain Sports on it. And then right there, Rain Spooner, R-E-Y-N. And these are good shirts. The baseball one I sold like a year ago, I think it was the Cleveland Indians collab. That one sold in the 50s. This is only going to be in the 20s, but it's still a decent shirt, and it should sell. Just like Tommy Bahama, these have the coconut shell buttons. Alright, so that's it for this one. I showed you, hopefully, some new brands. I try to make these as educational as I can, so you could get something out of it. Instead of just saying, hey, look what I found today, I'm going to make money. That's not my intent. So I showed you those Hurley Phantoms. Great selling, they're quick. The Billabong submersibles, the Nike Dry Fits, those are all just selling out within a week. And then what I got today, there was some really good brands in there. Robert Graham, Rain Spooner, the Pyrex D handle. So it was a good spread of brands and items. So hopefully you got something out of it. So I appreciate you watching. Tomorrow I'm off to bring my son to college. That should be interesting. And while I'm up there, I'm going to try to go do some thrifting. So watch for that video within a week or so. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.